Hey guys and gals, A here. Welcome to another episode of A Destroys It All. Today we have smoke balls and smoke sticks. So we are going to be using these and trying to color an assortment of white hand cloths and white tennis shoes. If you use smoke bombs, drop them into a container, put the lid on, and then light them. Will they turn something a color? I don't know, but I am going to do my best to find out today. So let's start out with, we got 2 hand towels in here. So we'll drop those in, and we'll start out with 2 same colored smoke bombs. And then we got the lid ready. So let's see what happens. The red button on top. All right, let's see here. And what's funny is I do believe the purple I just picked is actually not purple, but it comes out a white gray color, so I could not have picked a worse color. But it's definitely filling up the container. I will honestly probably go ahead and just drop a green color in there when this is all clear. So we do have the purple, which we won't use again. We have blue, we have green, we have yellow, we have orange. And then in our smoke sticks, we've got purple, blue, green, and red maybe? Maybe not purple, maybe 2 blues or 2 greens.
I think it's clear now. I think it's clear now, Mommy.
Hey, little man. Shh. Go ahead and let this air out. So this works well. That's actually kind of cool to know that it will indeed fill up a bin with smoke. And now our neighbors think there's a fire. And just so you can see, we have singe marks on the hand towel. So it does do something. My question is, will it color it? So let's try this one more time. I'm gonna set, oh, we'll try this that way again. These 2 should be much better at coloring. So we'll try the exact same thing. All right, and there comes the green smoke. Much cooler. Much cooler, yeah, dude? I wonder if this bin will be clear, if we can wash it out and make it clear ever again. So the smoke is still coming out the sides. I imagine that means that it is still so much smoke. And so we have a little bit of green, which this is kind of what I was wondering. And I have a theory. So we are going to take 2 clean towels. Oh, and something I had not thought about but probably should have. They're hot. We are getting some markings on the plastic container. But this time, we'll stick with these one last time and then we'll move on to the smoke sticks. But I've got a couple orange ones here. And let's try the shoes. Do you think we can make white shoes not be white? I have no idea, but I'm going to give it my best shot.
Amanda, you want to cut this part out? When you open the lid, open this part up first in front of the slow-mo camera.
Okay.
So the smoke rolling out, you can catch in slow-mo.
All right. All right, so we are going to go with the orange color. I have 3, and I'm going to try something. I'm gonna drop one inside the shoe, so we'll see if we could stay in the inside of the canvas shoe. I'm gonna drop one in here, just kind of drop it in there. And then I'm gonna drop one in there and try to get the washcloth on top of it. So we will see if we can get some good action, and I'm gonna use a different lighter this time. Be smart, don't use fire unless you have an adult with you to help. And make good choices, guys. Do this with an adult supervision, or don't do it at all. All right. That orange is super cool. So inside of here right now, we have a shoe, a white shoe, and some white hand cloths. So we're gonna let this sit for a few minutes. Maybe letting it sit for a little longer will help it to saturate the color. I don't think you can actually paint stuff with this, but I do have some smoke sticks. So next we will try a smoke stick with an assortment of another shoe and some towels, and maybe even a smoke ball or two, a smoke ball in there with it. And then the last time we'll finish on a big finale. I believe I have 2 smoke sticks that are the exact same color, and that is blue, along with tons of these blue smoke balls. So we'll load it up with as much as we can and see if we can get any sort of color. But I think that's been in there long enough. We are nice and orange color. So let's see. Oh, look at that. That's cool. I feel like I've got a witch's cauldron going on. Let that dissipate. All right, so these actually got some orange on them. I wonder if it's volume of smoke or if it is, I don't know what it is. The fact that it was sitting on top of it, but we definitely got some orange going on, which is super cool. And then the inside of this shoe, so the rubber parts of the shoe have turned orange, but the inside has as well. Get you a close up over here. So we definitely got some color, so it does work. It just takes figuring out how to get it saturated in the color. All right, let's do 4 rags. And I've got we're saving the blue. I've got a red smoke stick. So let's try that. We'll use just a plain thick lighter this time. All right, so let's see how much smoke comes out of a smoke stick. All right, so it is definitely leaking out through the side. Let's see if I could turn this to a slow-mo here. That is super cool. You can see it coming around the rag that it's in. So that's actually super cool, guys. It's definitely not filling up like the smoke balls did, but this is gonna last for a while. Like I can still hear it hissing. It is still an active firework on the inside of this container. We can still see the smoke coming out. Let's see if we are done. Whoa, that is really, really cool. I think that's my favorite part of this, is opening up the lid and seeing all the chaos come out. And our lid is no longer clear. It's not saturated in color. You can still see through it, but it is definitely not a clear lid anymore. So we have some colored rags. So guys, it does indeed work. This is definitely a way to get something colored. Not well, you have no control over it, and you might honestly catch something on fire. but it's definitely a way to get something colored. All right, so let's go ahead and do the big finale. We will get our, see how many I've got. I got a blue one right here. Got a blue one right here. I have 2 blue sticks. So let's light this up. We got 1 blue stick, 2 blue sticks, and then some of the smoke balls as well. And I've got another white shoe, so we'll place that in there. Another white shoe, so we'll double up on those. I will try to get, let's see if I actually have any other blue smoke balls. All right, so I will try to get a smoke ball in each shoe, and then we will just get the sticks in there and try to get some towels in there as well. So I've got my lid ready to lock on. So there's 1, there's 2, there's 3, 4, 5. All right, so that is about as saturated as we can possibly get it. I have 5 different items in here that are smoking and filling this up with a beautiful, beautiful blue color. And it is actually coming out of the bottom. So we have definitely punctured a hole down here in the container. And that is still super cool looking. That's actually really cool looking. It's leaking. The slow-mo camera might be getting some really cool images right now, which would be absolutely incredible. All right, so I believe that is all she wrote. Look at that. I'm a witch and this is my cauldron of blue smoke. All right, so let's see what we got going on in here. We have some blue rags. We have another blue rag. And then our shoes are super duper colored and blue. The other one looks nice as well. I'll show you that. But check this out. Blue shoes. So I would say that was a lot of fun. Don't try this at home. If you were to do this with your smoke balls or sticks, you are probably not going to use or wear whatever it was that colored, because I'm turning the color of this stuff. So this will be cleaned or tossed, whatever we can do with it. But it was a super fun experiment. I ruined a bin, I ruined a lid, I ruined a bunch of stuff, but I had a blast doing it and color and stuff with my fireworks. We are gonna have more firework fun. So if you enjoyed this, definitely check out our next video. We will get some stuff that hopefully has a little more bang to it. Thank you so much for hanging out. I will be back with more A Destroys It All, and I will catch you next time. Peace.